Hello everyone, it's me Yana and this is the third episode. It's about our life in Russia in March of 2022. The war changed all our plans and we started preparing to move from Russia. And as we were doing that, the new post-invasion reality was developing around us. Many countries started to impose sanctions against Russia. Retailers such as Zara, H&M and others decided to leave the country. They closed their stores and stopped online sales. It was so strange to me to be walking around in shopping malls and to see my favorite stores closed with lights turned off and goods still lying on the shelves. That was somewhat reminded of an apocalypse movie. I managed to make a couple of orders before Zara and H&M closed. I got some spring outfits for Alisa and her first shoes, even though she didn't start to walk on her own yet. I just decided to buy them in advance. Alisa, as usual, enjoyed all of the unpacking process. In March of 2022, Instagram was banned in Russia. By that time, I had been actively working on my account there for around 6 months. I liked sharing our daily routine, I invested a lot of time, effort and creativity, and we even got a commercial offer to promote toothbrushes. So I was really disappointed when it was all banned, and this is how we started to use VPN services. However, even though VPN facilitated general access to the platform, it was a way worse experience and the functionality was limited too. Surely enough, these inconveniences fade in comparison with what was coming from every news outlet during that period. War, cruelty and hysteria. And new laws seemed to be popping up every single day. I remember that feeling of waking up each morning hoping there is no news today. So pressured by all of that, I decided to focus on my mundane daily routine and restrict myself from reading the news too much. During that period, looking at Alisa, seeing her smile and hearing her laughter helped me to get myself together. It was a new reality that I had to adapt to somehow. To create a sense of normalness and spring mood, on the 8th of March I bought flowers. It was so cute to watch Alisa examining them and dancing. We also celebrated my sister's birthday. On the way to Masha's place, in between taking off the socks, Alisa inspected flowers and balloons. We were warmly welcomed, then Mom and Dad came, and I liked the warm and wholesome atmosphere of family reunion that we all needed then. It was also during the time that the season of sunny spring walks was opened. The snow was melting, the sun was shining, the birds were singing, the first green leaves appeared, and all around there was my favorite fresh and fragrant smell of spring. We had Alisa napping outside in her stroller. We would sing songs to her and walk the stroller until she fell asleep sweetly. Sometimes street cats wandered in, and Alisa liked watching them through the window as she made cat sounds. No. No. On the 9th of March, we celebrated Alisa's 11 months. I remember that I didn't believe that so much time had already flown by. I bought a mini cake and we took our traditional photo of Alisa in her chair. As Roma suggested, Alisa made a wish for the world to be full of milk. By 11 months, Alisa became more confident when taking steps. She used her favorite walking toy to cruise around the room. I think that was her way of working up the courage to stand on her own. Her movement speed has increased exponentially and she easily overcame all the barriers in her way. With Roma's help, she even started to kick a ball around and it made her very happy. More and more often, she would make attempts to stand for just a few seconds without any support. She would often turn to us to help her reach her desired destination. Every once in a while, she would even insist on taking both my and Roma's hands. Another favorite mode of transportation for Alisa was riding her father's shoulders. She also loved looking at book pictures, although sometimes that bored her quickly, but we really made progress in learning the sounds of different animals.
Кися как делает?
Ма.
А гусь?
Да.
Правильно. Как делает?
Kitchen area was still Alisa's favorite place for playing. Dishwasher, cupboard with dishes, fridge and freezer were her best friends. These kitchen appliances could keep her busy for a very long time. She also started to close the freezer after she was done playing with it. She became really strong and quick-witted.
Крепко закрываю, мам.
Another thing that kept Alisa entertained was playing with the kitchen tap. Alisa has always enjoyed brushing her teeth and taking her bath. She especially likes throwing the toys out of the bath and make bach sound towards the fall of the toy. Our daily food routine was now more fun as Alisa learned to make nyam-nyam sounds and demanded her food decisively. Her favorite meals at that period were porridge, cottage cheese, and baked apples. We also tried kefir for the first time, and after the first sip, she was unstoppable. She liked it so much, we thought she was going to eat the mug. We hadn't learned to eat clean yet, but took genuine pleasure in chewing, squeezing, making loud noises, and scattering all the food around. Alisa was also making her first steps in the career of video maker. She started to take our phones and make random photos and videos. Alisa really enjoyed music and dancing. just heard Alisa's favorite song at that time. It's called Chunga Changa, and it is about a remote island far in the ocean where all you have to do is eat bananas and coconuts and be happy. At that time, I also wanted to escape somewhere and find our safe island just like the one in the song. In March, we started to prepare to move. I applied to renew my passport, not to be bothered with that later on, and we started the search for the right country. We studied tons of information about dozens of different countries concerning immigration processes, legislation, climate, living conditions, potential opportunities for us and Alisa. After some time, we managed to narrow our search down to just several countries and started to compare them, going in circles again and again. We eventually found out that there is actually a country out there that seems about perfect for us. It was Slovenia, a small mountainous country in Central Europe. So we started to learn about Slovenia in more and more details. Watching videos about it, reaching out to people who already moved there, and even walking its streets using Google Street View. In April, Alisa was going to celebrate her first birthday, so I began to prepare for the big day. I planned out the theme of the celebration and decoration details. As the main present for Alisa, I decided to make a photo album about her first year of life. In the situation of constant stress at that time, it really helped me to abstract from surrounding reality and plunge myself into reliving the good times. New episode is coming soon. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for some additional cute footage of Alisa.
Где воля?
Все помогает мне тут вот киви складывает в пароварку. Молодец.